Hello, this is Spice Guy CCG. I'm Sormel, and I'm interviewing my partner, Rex, because he just won a Red Bull Double Dawn tournament with Emu.
Yep. Yep, that is exactly what happened. Here's my goat right here.
So you want to move to the deck list?
Yep. So this deck list is so exciting. You can tell it's exciting because it looks just like every other players. Besides, some people I know are on 4 ground death. Shout out my friend Zelcom Knight for telling me just to do 3 instead. And I have this split because I think Shirahoshi is good and I think this is good. So that's why.
Yeah, only because of the searchability.
Yep. This one actually does come up in the Nami matchup going first. I feel like I actually am able to play a 5th Elder, and this one is searchability.
Yeah, and I guess Shirahoshi also is very good against yellow decks like Nami because it's like you're making them counter and attack, but you're not risking a trigger.
hmm And in addition to that, too, Nami doesn't really have an extra body that I can search with. The only thing that is close is the 2 cost, but they don't really want to search the swing with that either.
Yeah, it's the best case I guess is if they have Hiyori out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Do you want me to go to my epic matchup spread?
Oh yeah, we're ready for this.
Wow, would you look at that?
Huh, a lot of yellow.
A lot of yellow.
Let's,
And
I guess, I don't know, start from the top. You had an emu round one.
mhm,
You got second, so that seems good for you.
mhm. Yeah, the emu mirror is just all about board control, and going second just gives you like a crazy buff too.
Yeah, I know. When you go first, you gotta like race them, but it's more chill going second. Because
Mhm.
ground death, like just have to race them going first.
Yep, yep.
So round two, what happened? This is your only loss, it seems like.
Yep. So round two, I my first elder, I did not have a Jupiter, and also that was my first time playing against BY Nami in my bracket. So I just practiced for all the other events. I didn't have enough time to like practice against like new
Yeah,
EBO3
and I
stuff.
feel like we didn't expect Namis to show up on this because we were like, oh, they'll just show up for Heroines Cup,
Yeah,
not this.
I thought more people would take more time to get their SRs, and I was very, very wrong.
Yeah, so I mean, why do you think there was so much yellow? And did all of your yellow opponents here, did they all have the new cards, or were some missing some?
Every single opponent here, to my knowledge, had the new SRs. All of them.
Like
All 8.
full playset.
Full
Damn.
playset. And some of them even had the most bling out. This opponent, who was also the finalist, actually had a max rarity deck with serialized Luffy in it.
I think they were a finalist because these other people who spent like hundreds on their decks have lost to like your $40 or less, like an emu deck.
True, as you can see, I don't even have like the base leader. Oh, that's way too big. But I don't even have the base, the alt leader. I was just playing base.
And these other yellow matchups, you didn't really run into any issues.
So I think this matchup in particular is actually really, really free for Emu, and especially since I was able to go second. I don't know why this says first. No, I did go first, but it doesn't matter because I think the matchup is so Emu favored.
Yeah, what was your approach to the matchup?
You just lightly poke as long as you have 4 life because you don't really care anything besides Kikunojo triggering. And
Yeah.
you just play normal emu. You just try to keep your life really healthy. You can go to 2 pretty comfortably, but then I kind of like park around 2. That's kind of like the case with like every yellow deck because once you're at 2, 5 cost Nami isn't live anymore. So then they have a much harder time to like force you down.
Do you go really hard on life on like your 9 or 8 dawn turn, like to start the race?
For which deck?
Against Yellow Luffy, like do you start attacking like even more? Like, I mean, you're definitely like under 3 life, so you can trigger Kiku, but would you like start attacking their life before you go to 10 dawn turn, like on like your 8 and 9?
Yeah, exactly. The time where I start to like turn on the gas is literally right before I elder because I'm about to elder anyways. Unless like their board is
Yeah.
already pretty imposing and even like a Jinbei trigger would be like not fair. At one point, that's just the hard part about like the matchup and like the unfortunate part of yellow is that at one point you kind of have to swing and if it's a trigger you just lose and you just have to accept that.
Unfortunate reality.
Yeah.
So with these Nami decks, were they all like on good stuff list or like Thriller Bark, or was it a mix of both?
I think every single one of them had at least the Thriller Bark core of the Perona, Hogback, and Moria, but I was surprised by how much tech were in all of them. Like some of them had Kuma, some of them had Kid, some of them had all of them, and I don't know like what their final
You
list
think the
was.
ones with Kuma just didn't have their Robins,
No,
or
they did.
Oh, so they just had both for some reason.
Yes.
I guess if they see the wrong curve.
Mm-hmm. But that's actually
So
what happened.
this,
Oh, I was gonna say that's actually what happened in my finals. My finals opponent didn't find any Robins, but they just found Kumas. But I killed the Kumas, so they effectively had like 10 life that game. Because I don't really care about them having more life. I care more so about them having the Robins.
well, this red green Luffy, this seems like the most interesting deck you faced that day. How did that go? It seems like a rough matchup.
I actually think it's not that bad for Emu, but I did one thing wrong. I thought that maybe it's correct to starve the red green Luffy, but I actually think that's incorrect. Because because when it finally came time to lethal, it was much harder to burst them down from 4 life, even if they just had the 5 Dawn. Luckily, I
Because
figured
two
that
Dawn is like takes away 7k.
yeah. But on the other side, I was only able to clear their board in game 2 because they didn't have any more cards in hand. So I actually need more testing. Like I tested for the mirror, I tested for Ace, I tested for Mihawk. I just you know, didn't expect the and Star Deck Luffy. Star Deck Luffy I was very comfortable in. But
Yeah.
I wasn't as ready for the Nami or Red Green. But luckily after playing against 2 Namis, I was like I kind of think I get the gist of it.
Yeah. Did you like end up like thinking your bracket was kind of like, free or chill?
So I think the Nami matchup, especially like obviously the hardest one of the day was winning 2 back-to-back games going odd into Nami. I think the Nami matchup, at least the way I played it, is very, very slow. I actually just let them heal as much as they want, and then I just slowly grind them, and then I clear their board, and then I kill them.
So basically, you need a Shirahoshi or else you're fucked.
No, I don't think you need Shirahoshi. You just need to
No.
like have a lot of patience. Like you have to like swing. If they trigger, then you have to pivot. If they don't like die, then you have to go for their face again. Like
I
even if
think
they
yeah, that's like what the good thing about a lot of these trailer bark triggers is that they come play the character rested, so you're able to pivot.
yeah. And even like the Gecko Moria, the games are like so grindy that I just kill their Gecko Moria too. I just kill everything. Everything that's
Yeah,
not
you're
named.
probably what you can probably minus it twice with Nostro, make it like a 6k.
Yep. Anything not named Nico Robin, I kill. That's just like my game
Yeah.
plan. And I will say in round 8, shout out my opponent, I actually would have lost to a pudding because I didn't have as many cards in hand. And they only realized it after. It was kind of heartbreaking.
You would have lost the pudding because you would
I
have
had 1
drawn
card in deck
like your
and 3 cards in
yeah,
hand.
okay.
Yeah. That was a
Yeah,
really
that
nail
would have
biter.
been a sad way to go for sure.
Yeah, my top 4, I mean, it was really rough. Obviously, I knew I would have had another game, but we were out of time in game 2. So there was no way that I could play 3 games. So yeah,
What do you think was the most difficult thing for you this tournament?
the most difficult thing was by far the last round, going odd into Nami. Also, figuring out the Nami matchup on the spot was really scary.
Yeah,
And
last round you mean round 8, right?
yes. Also, there was a black crocodile that was just chilling next to me for all of Top Cut and all of like the top tables here. And I just really heard that I practiced that matchup and it seems pretty good. And I was really, really looking forward to playing against him.
Yeah, I
But
think it's pretty free as long as you don't miss a 10 cost on your 10 Dawn turn.
yeah, exactly. And I was just literally sitting next to him for the entire thing. And I was like, you must have paid the judge or something. But yeah,
It worked out though.
it did work out. I'm very, very blessed. Anybody who's looking for the winner Luffy, hit me up on Twitter. This is my Twitter.
Have you been getting offers?
I've gotten some, but I'm probably not going to settle for anything like sub like 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, we have other friends who are selling it for like 12k
Yeah,
or 11.5k. So,
literally 2 of my friends sold it for 12. So if it's
yeah.
less than that, I'm just going to keep it and grade it.
And then
Next,
it's gonna sell for even more, bro.
you're right.
I mean, I know these people just want to buy it cheap right now, probably, but they know it's gonna go up.
Yeah, it's a limited
They'll have to give in at some point.
yeah, exactly. It's sub like what 500 in the world.
Uh, it's like 300, right? Because there's like 150 events and like
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's sub 300 in the world.
yeah. I don't know. Do you get more of these at like the finals,
No, so we can
or they're
actually
different, right?
yeah, we can pivot.
Yeah.
So this is for the final of competition. You actually can get this version, which is even prettier, but there's only 32 of these.
So that's top 32.
Top 32, and it's a completely different version. This version is only got from getting the top 2.
These are gonna be some really expensive cards.
Yep. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Milwaukee. And it's going to be one of the first events in the format for the West that's going to be in the new OP15.
Ooh, what do you think you're gonna be taking then?
I think it's going to have to be either Rosie or Enel because they both can make better use of the Double Dawn. I think that Emu is effectively like dead because there's going to be things like the 4-cost event in Sabo, Lucy, and a lot of other decks just keep getting more. I feel like Emu is slowly.
I think
being
Purple
like
and Nell
pushed
will
out.
also be able to like get past Emu because 10k bodies that you can't be removed basically, and also have like a free rest event.
Yeah, and every card in the Enel's hand is card neutral, so they quite literally like never lose hand advantage for like the entire game.
Yeah. I think Emu also would lose to Lucy. I'm not Lucy. Skypea Luffy. That deck seems like very annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying for the same reason that Rosie is, where it's like we just can't touch their board, and that's kind of a big problem.
Yeah. Like
So,
you're probably going to use Mars to try to maybe pop some things just so you can force them to take life and like just try to race them, but you really can't race them because they heal even more than Rosie.
yeah, you really can't. Like the race, I think of like Emu and Blackbeard is similar, where like black decks that force you to play their game. Blackbeard can at least attempt to race you. Emu, I feel like, has no racing like capabilities at all.
Yeah.
Our only rush body is
the
a
yellow
5K.
Luffy can legit heal to 3 life from 0.
Yeah.
If you have the cards.
No, I think it's cooked. I think Emu's time is soon. He's soon just gonna live in a deck box until if he gets like any crazy buffs.
I think Emu does get buffed, and I think that's why they really didn't target Emu, and they just made decks to counter it because they're probably gonna print more stuff in the future that makes Emu good again.
I think so, but I think we're gonna go into a phase where he just lives in a deck box for a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd say for maybe like 6 or 7 months at least.
At least 6 or 7. All right. Do you have any more questions?
Oh, I mean, are there any more Redbull events happening, or was that like the last set?
I think there's a couple more this weekend, and that is the end
Do
of
you have
it.
advice then for anyone going to these ones in this weekend?
Yeah, my advice would be I think Emu is still a strong pick. I think Rosinante is a strong pick. I think Blue Purple Sanji is a strong pick.
Yeah, I think Rosie is the best deck for the Red Bull thing, honestly. I wish I took that instead of Emu. If I had the cards, I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that it's just some people just got very good connections, very deep pockets, and I was so not expecting, because this was like the first, I think, legal event of Double Dawn for EBO3, like just barely, and everyone had everything.
The girl card is insane.
Yeah.
Girl law.
Yep. So yeah, my advice would be to practice the Nami matchup and bring one of those decks and just practice your heart out. Also, definitely bring food and a big thing of water. The first Double Dawn event, I got 9th. I bubbled out of top 8, and I think a large part of it is due to the fact that I was just running out of steam at the end of the day.
Yeah, also, like, I mean, yeah, practice whatever meta decks, but it does not mean, you're gonna see these decks. Like, you're seeing Rexes, you're seeing mostly yellow, but I saw, friend, Port Castelli, she went against, like, she was playing Emu also, she went against, like, 4 Mihawks. I was playing Emu, I went against 2 PY Rosinantes. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna happen.
You just gotta prepare, and then you just let the bracket do what it does.
And if you get a bad matchup, it's not over for you, Fight.
And with that, I think we're gonna be wrapping up this video. This should be a shorter one. I hope you guys enjoy it, and have an amazing day. We're gonna get another video out later this week.
Peace.
Peace.